Welcome to this .NET PDF Library tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to work with QR codes in PDF documents using the Syncfusion .NET PDF Library. This includes adding, customizing, overlaying a logo on it, and creating QR codes and PDF headers. First, I will open an existing ASP.NET Core application, where I have already installed the Syncfusion PDF .NET Core package. If you want to learn how to get started with the Syncfusion PDF library, check out the video link in the card above, or in the description. Now, let me show you how to create a QR code in a PDF document by clicking this button. I open the index.cs HTML file, remove the existing code, and add a button. I navigate to the Home Controller class, and import the required namespaces for this example. Next, I define an action method with the return type ActionResult. Inside this method, I create a PDF loaded document instance to retrieve the existing file. I create a PDF QR barcode object, set the text for the QR code, and specify the X dimension. Next, I retrieve the page from the loaded document and draw the QR code on the page using the draw method. Lastly, I define a helper method, export PDF, to export the file. In this method, I create a memory stream, save the document, reset the stream position, close the document to release resources, and return the file to the browser. Then, I invoke this method, passing the document instance and the file name. I save and run the application. When I click the button, the PDF is downloaded. As you can see, QR code is added to the document. Next, let me show you how to customize the QR code. First, I add a button to customize the QR code and define an action method to handle the click event. In this method, I reuse the existing code with modifications. I update the text and the X dimension value. Then, set the QR code size and configure the error correction level, setting it to high to improve its readability. I set the input mode to binary mode. Next, set the barcode version to version 10, which determines the data capacity and structure. I set the foreground color and background color, and also set a quiet zone, which configures the margin around the QR code to a value of 5. Lastly, I change the file name for the downloaded PDF. When I click the button, the PDF is downloaded. Looking here, the QR code is customized as specified. Let's move on to create a QR code with a logo. I add a button to create the QR code with a logo and define an action method to handle the click event. In this method, I reuse the existing code with a few modifications. To add the logo, I create a QR code logo instance, pass the stream with file mode open, and file access read options, and then assign this logo to the code's logo property. Lastly, I update the file name for the downloaded PDF. When I click the button, the PDF is downloaded, and the logo is overlaid on the QR code as specified. Lastly, I will show you how to create a header with a QR code. I add a button to create a header with a QR code and define an action method with the return type ActionResult. In this method, I create a PDF document instance and a PDF page instance. Add the page to the document and get the size of the PDF page. I define the createHeaderTemplate helper method, which is used to create the header text along with the QR code. In this method, create a PDF page template element for the header and pass the bounds to it. I define the font and draw the header text using the drawString method. I create the QR code, set its text and size properties, and draw it on the header using the draw method. I also draw a line to separate the header from the content. Back in the main method, I assign the helper method to the document template top property. I then read the text from a file. Create a PDF font using the specified font family and size. And construct a PDF text element with the text and font. I draw this text element on the page. Next, I create a memory stream. Save the document to that stream, reset the position to the beginning, and close the document to release resources. Then, I return the file for download by passing the stream, the content type, and the file name. When I click the button, the PDF is downloaded. As you can see, the document includes a header with a QR code. That's a wrap. In this video, I have shown you how to work with QR codes in a PDF document using the Syncfusion .NET PDF Library. You can download a working example from the GitHub link in the description. I have also shared a link to learn how to obtain a free license key to use our document SDK if you are eligible for our community license. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.